Hey, it's Andy Steuer, CEO and co-founder of Helpware, and I'm here with Aaron at Roost. Aaron is one of our clients, and from time to time, we like to talk with our clients and hear from them as to how things are going so that we can pass this on as video testimonials for prospects who are interested in Helpware. How's it going, Aaron?
Not too bad. How you doing, Andy?
Great, great. So I wanted to just start out by asking you if you could just tell us a little about yourself and about Roost.
Sure. So my name is Aaron Blumenthal. I'm co-founder and COO of Roost. It's an Airbnb for storage space. So we've got spare space that people have. We try to find people who need that spare space locally. We've been in business for 2 years, and we've been doing business with Helpware for, God, I guess it's been almost a full year coming up on it. Basically, the problem that we encountered was that we're a young tech startup, again, almost 2 years old. We don't have infinite resource in the form of money to hire a bunch of engineers, automate a bunch of things. And so there's a lot of just day-to-day task stuff that we would lie to ourselves and say, yeah, we could probably do this thing, or, maybe if we just really tried hard, we could get to all this stuff. We never quite got around to it, and it began to hurt the business. So I met Andy and Thomas and a bunch of other folks from the Helpware team who really challenged how I thought about outsourcing or distributed teams or anything of that nature. We gave it a shot with one gal who just really knocked off her socks. And not only did we get through all the work that we needed to get through, we also expanded our understanding of some of these different sorts of tasks and the people that we might need to do them, to the point where we've now grown the team, I think, to 3 back office folks and 4 engineers. So we're very, very happy with our experience.
That is awesome. Yeah. And so as you were, thinking about working with Helpware, what were some of the challenges? Like, what were some of the day-to-day challenges that you guys were looking at as you're looking to scale the business?
Sure. So the first type of challenge that we were coming across was, how do we do marketing for free? And so my role was mostly to handle not just operations, but also, the promotion of various different listing spaces. Without getting into minutia of why it was expensive, suffice it to say that it was expensive. Playing in Google AdWords, for instance, for that kind of stuff could really, get super expensive very quickly. So, like all intrepid startups, we turned to Craigslist and tried to find ways to very quickly promote, the various listings that we had available at the time on the Craigslist service, which meant one person just really powering through, creating a title, creating a description, picking the right image, making sure the map was right, doing that process, which is, on a per listing basis, maybe 60 to 90 seconds, but doing that times thousands of listings per day was something that, we simply couldn't get to, either A, because we had other stuff we were doing, or B, it didn't make a lot of sense for us to have someone who would pay, say, $120 a year to go through and do that. So there were a few different reasons why it made the most sense to try to find somebody else to do that job, so that the rest of us could do, the jobs that we were hired to do, which is to find a way to build a better mousetrap, not to consistently catch mice on the side. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. That's actually a really common paradigm for us, where we have, our teams are working on the strategy to, build the better mousetrap, and we help execute on those tasks. So it's great to hear. And so how's it going? And would you recommend Helpware to others?
Sure. So first and foremost, yes. I actively campaign for Helpware to anyone I come into contact with, whether or not they're willing to listen, for a couple reasons. First, it's actually the second time I've ever done a distributed team, somebody who's offshore. The first time left such a bad taste in my mouth, and it was actually a shop that my company at the time owned, that I didn't think there was a way for us to really substitute this person-to-person connection. But what it comes down to, like so many other things, is people. What kind of people are you giving this job to, and what kind of job are you giving to them? Is it something that requires them to be sitting next to somebody, or is it something that a little bit of, maybe a guide or something you could hand off to someone and say, here you go. So Helpware really helped challenge, my preconceived notice, or in that case, past experience that was associated with offshore teams. More than that, though, this is where it goes from being simply a utility thing to a delight thing. The person we were paired up with first corrected us in how the process ought to be done, which was kind of funny and embarrassing at the same time. It really expanded the role and the use of the team past these one or two things that people either didn't have time to do or simply didn't want to do. Our team has grown now, as I mentioned, to a few different folks, and we're not just doing the work, we're also finding ways to do the work more efficiently. These people we're working with just really impressed me in how dedicated they are to their work and how seriously they take their jobs and how much they care about it. So it's something where I wholeheartedly expect, that we won't be focusing on Craigslist forever or some of these other things that we use them for. But while the needs and nature of our business change, we've built a really good partnership with the team over there, and they're perfectly capable of thinking along with it.
That's so great to hear. Thank you so much for that. And, we're excited. We feel like part of the growth engine of what you guys are doing and very integrated into your day-to-day workflow. And we love that. It's fun pulling on the rope with you and being part of the company and doing what you do every day.
That's great. And the only other thing that I would add is that the experience for us, at the risk of sounding like a bleeding heart liberal, I like the idea of having people physically in front of me in the office. It's not because I need to see them physically working in order to believe they're working. I think good management means that you know how to task a person and you know how to evaluate them based on the completion of the task. It's more about the fact that, as a business owner, I'm very acutely aware of what startups can do to people. And there's a lot of metadata that gets transmitted in how you communicate with a person. And the easiest way to do that is to just be in the same space. But we saw the value of what the Helpware team was providing to us, and we adjusted our way of thinking about how to task out this work, such as, we do daily stand-ups with the engineering of course, that we get through the e-team. The Helpware team, we also implemented a very similar deal where every morning there's a call, and whether it's a video call or just a regular audio call, is neither here nor there, but you do establish that connection and hold on to it tight. I also believe very firmly in treating people like people. So we've shipped everyone from our team over there hoodies and stickers and other things that make them feel a part of our culture, which we wholeheartedly believe makes us a better and more attractive client to Helpware, which gives us access to the best talent and makes that talent produce work that is no different than work, no matter where you might get it elsewhere here in the States or anywhere else in the world for that matter. So thinking about this less as a service and more as a different way of finding qualified people has been something that's really helped us grow our team, and by growing our team, also our business.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're glad to be part of the team with you, and thank you so much for this interview. And we'll keep it going. Thanks, Aaron.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy.
Great.